But
Okay.
what Israel doesn't understand is if it goes back to conflict against Hamas with the goal objective of just destroying Hamas, that Hezbollah said, we won't let you do that. You're not going to be able to do that.
A complicated history of bloodshed, territorial conflicts, and political turmoil has plagued the Gaza Strip for decades. Gaza has drawn worldwide attention in recent years, provoking passionate discussions and demonstrations. In the turmoil and uncertainty, one person has risen as a significant voice, pouring light on the Gaza Strip battle. Scott Ritter, former UN weapons inspector. Scott Ritter was known for his outspoken opinions on Iraq's WMDs before the 2003 war. His distinct viewpoint on the Gaza war challenges consensus. Critical analysis and narratives. This essay will examine Scott Ritter's discoveries on the Gaza Strip war and its backdrop. Before reading Scott Ritter's findings, you must grasp Gaza's history. This tiny peninsula on the eastern Mediterranean Sea has a long history of strife. In 1948, Israel was founded, sparking the first Arab-Israeli conflict. During the 1967 Six-Day War, Israel captured Gaza from Egypt. This occupation caused a lengthy confrontation between Israel and self-determinationist Palestinian parties. The key players in this war are Israel, which blocks Gaza, and Hamas, an Islamist terrorist group that rules it. Gazans face shortages due to the embargo. Carrying limited movement. Scott Ritter has been controversial. He gained worldwide prominence as an UN weapons inspector in Iraq in the 1990s. Ritter notably denied the US and its allies' allegations that Iraq had WMDs, stating that there was no proof. He was praised and criticized for opposing the 2003 Iraq invasion. He was seen as a whistleblower who exposed war falsehoods. Others saw him as a controversial figure who questioned the validity of military efforts to confront the Iraq threat. Ritter has continued to examine wars and international affairs following the Iraq War. He is a notable critic. He has discussed worldwide subjects, including the Gaza Strip conflict and U.S. foreign policy. Scott Ritter is involved in Gaza because he values international law and human rights. He believes the international community must hold Israel responsible for its conduct in Gaza. Ritter argues that Israel's Gaza barrier is collective punishment, which violates international law. The Fourth Geneva Convention prohibits collective punishment and protects people during war. Ritter says the embargo has devastated Gazans by restricting commodities and people's access to basic essentials and medical treatment. Ritter also noted the U.S.'s financial and political backing for Israel.
The Pentagon today announced the U.S. is sending military assets closer to Israel.
He claims that US military assistance to Israel without restrictions or responsibility has perpetuated the war. He feels our backing strengthens Israel's activities in Gaza and hampers a peaceful conclusion. Operation Guardian of the Walls. The 2021 Gaza War began in May and lasted 11 days. The region's most violent battle in recent years caused tremendous death and devastation. Gaza's condition. Ritter says his first priority is international law and human rights. Notwithstanding these allegations, he claims to be motivated by justice and the idea that all sides to the dispute should be held responsible. Scott Ritter's Gaza findings pose critical issues regarding the region's continuing strife. In Gaza, humanitarian aid and ceasefire negotiations. These nations have regional interests that may affect the war. Palestinian divides complicate the Gaza battle. The schism between the Palestinian Authority, which administers the West Bank, and Hamas, which rules Gaza, has hampered attempts to unify Palestinian leadership and negotiate with Israel. Thanks for following me through. Please like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to never miss a video.